It was ghastly.
It was, you know what I'm talking about. If you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about.
We saw Ed Sheeran super casually. I just remember being like, Kaylee, this is so uncomfortable.
She was, yeah, I think we knew from the start something was going to happen.
Hi guys, welcome back to ASI.
Hi guys, welcome back to another episode.
We're in a new setup today.
We're testing it out because obviously we've been doing the one cam. If you've watched, I don't know, other than when we have a guest. When we have a guest, we've brought in another camera. But we thought it'd be fun to just, I don't know, we're trying it.
Try something new. Let us know what you think, especially because we just came back from New York and we had such a nice setup there. So we were like, let's just spice it up a bit.
We had a nice setup. It cost us a lot of money and we thought we have to up the production budget for being in England, basically.
Exactly.
So what are we doing today?
Well, speaking of New York,
yeah,
we're basically going to tell you about our trip because we filmed some content. If you don't follow us already on socials, make sure you do. But there's just so much that happened that we didn't share. So I feel like now is like the perfect time to go through it. And so many obviously like entertainment related things as well.
Yeah.
Like if you don't follow us on TikTok and Instagram, you wouldn't know that we saw Ed Sheeran super casually just performing in the street.
I think we should like read the list and then
like go through.
Because it's very random if you look at it. Do you know what I mean? And then we'll just kind of go through each.
Yeah, okay, cool.
So this is our list, right? We've got Bridgerton. I know, see, you wouldn't even think this has anything to do with New York. Bridgerton, Chicago, Friends, Gossip Girl, Parade, our playlist.
Oh, yeah.
Ed Sheeran, Jonas Brothers.
Yeah.
And Conan O'Brien. Where do you want to start?
Let's start with Bridgerton. Because whilst it doesn't have anything to do in New York, it does have a lot to do with New York.
Yeah,
no?
When I think of our trip now, forever, I will always think of Bridgerton. And it happened so early on in the trip as well.
Yeah.
That I think it like set the tone for. Should I look at you? Sorry.
Look at me.
I was just addressing them.
No.
Sorry, I think it set the tone.
Yeah.
So it was probably night 2. I think it was night 2 that I came to your apartment.
This is really weird looking at you because the whole time, guys, basically.
I'm so used to looking at the camera.
The whole time we've been filming these episodes, we've just been like addressing you guys. But we were like, let's switch it up so we can like have a conversation to each other.
Like,
so now it feels like a lot of pressure. And also, if you haven't noticed, Kaylee has really piercing blue eyes.
Oh,
so
thank you.
It's quite intimidating.
Is it?
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Anyway.
Okay, so we're going to try not to look at you. We'll look at each other.
Yeah.
It just feels weird. Like when we talk, we have in-depth conversations, but I feel like I'm in my own little world when I'm talking because we're so often not looking at each other. So, if we're under pressure, that is honestly why. But Bridgerton, let's start.
So I was already in New York for like a few days before Kaylee, and when Kaylee arrived, we were like, let's watch the new Queen Charlotte because it had just come out that same day. We're like, yeah, this should be fun. I'm not sure how good this is going to be in comparison to like the original Bridgertons because we obviously love those. And then literally just straight away, we were just bouncing off of the walls.
We saw one episode. I think can you see my hand in this?
No, it should be all right.
Okay. We saw one episode and it was late at night already. We'd ordered, by the way, Domino's in the US.
So much better.
11 out of 10, by the way.
I feel like I could do a whole video essay on why Domino's in America is better than England.
Well, for first, Cinny Dippers.
The Cinny
Guys,
Dippers.
if you haven't had a Cinny Dipper...
Oh...
They discontinued them. Is it discontinued?
They discontinued. I even DM'd Domino's one time being like, can you please bring them back? And they brought them back for like a week.
You did that?
Yeah.
Wow.
It was on me.
You're so true.
They brought them back and then they discontinued them again.
Yeah.
But they have them in America.
So true. Basically, moral of the story is we were eating Domino's.
Yeah.
Right. And we were like, let's just put the first episode on. Whatever. We were a bit nonchalant about it.
So nonchalant.
And then by the end of the first episode, it was probably 10 p.m.
Yeah.
And we were like, one more. And the Bridgerton episodes are long.
Yeah.
They're long episodes. So we were like, one more. I think we got midway through 3 before we decided it was probably time to.
Yeah. And we were in different Airbnbs as well. So we couldn't it's not like we could just go to sleep.
Yeah.
It was like, no, you have to go home.
I literally had to get like a taxi home in the middle of the night. I was like, well,
yeah.
We're halfway through an episode. It wasn't even like we'd rounded it off.
Yeah. Did you know, by the way, the Queen Charlotte is like set to become Netflix's biggest. Oh, you sent me that.
I did send you that.
I was like, someone told me.
I was like, should I act like I haven't heard that? No way. Really? Yeah, but that's insane though, because surely that means people are watching it without watching Bridgerton.
Yeah.
Which I guess makes sense because it's the prequel.
Yeah.
But I would still urge you to watch Bridgerton first.
I would say, yeah, I feel like you can watch
because you
either.
watch it, right, and you see Queen Charlotte, and she's this very headstrong, kind of borderline unlikable character, and I think that it makes Queen Charlotte better knowing what she's like and then learning why, as opposed to like knowing why and then just going into Bridgerton and being like, oh, she's actually like nice, whatever. I think you should just watch it first.
Especially like what you were saying with those moments with King George in Bridgerton, where we see like one scene and you're like, what's going on here? And then it kind of explains it in Queen Charlotte. It was just amazing.
Exactly. That's actually it, because I think then if you watch that, you wouldn't think too much about it.
Okay, we shouldn't go too deep into Queen Charlotte because we've got so much to get through. But what was your number one moment in Queen Charlotte?
Also, quick, we're gonna go into this again.
Yeah, we have to in a separate episode.
We're doing other episodes that cover Queen Charlotte. But I think my top episode or top moment,
yeah.
I don't know. It was there was actually so many.
I've got two.
Okay, you go first and I'll see.
One is the dining room.
Yeah.
Only because after reading the book excerpt and excerpt,
Pardon?
I don't
Excerpt.
read the book excerpt. I do actually read, but anyway, after reading that bit and seeing Grimsby's narration of it, it made the scene like funnier in my head.
I know, but then I was looking at. Sorry, we said we weren't going to talk about it, but I think that was written after / alongside. It wasn't before.
What do you mean?
Queen Charlotte wasn't an established book before the series.
So
like
they wrote
the Bridgerton ones were.
Wait, so when did the book
I
come
don't
out?
know, but I remember reading a post from I think either Julia Quinn, the author, or Shonda, and it was saying basically that she wrote it alongside. I'm pretty sure, like it wasn't.
Interesting.
Because I told you when I read Bridgerton, Charlotte isn't in it.
Yeah.
Queen, she doesn't exist.
Interesting.
So I don't know, but anyway, guys, we'll get onto that in another episode.
But yeah,
keep tuned.
Or when Brimsley and Reynolds were dancing at the end. Just because of the memory I have attached with that. I can't remember a single time in my life where I've been hysterically crying and laughing at the same time.
I was not
because
laughing.
of Kaylee's reaction.
I was not laughing. There was nothing funny about that.
No.
That was quite simply one of the lowest points of my life.
It was ghastly.
It was... You know what I'm talking about. If you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. I would say that's a highlight for me too, but in all the bad ways.
Yeah, we should insert some clips of us. I have some like live reactions of us watching some of the scenes.
Yeah, I think we should put them in, or maybe on our socials. So
yeah. Follow us on Instagram.
We'll do a little cheeky plug.
We'll post them on Instagram.
Yes.
Once this episode goes
so Queen Charlotte, we'll get back to you. Should we get back to the list?
Yeah, let's do the list.
What do you want to talk about? We've got Chicago, Friends, Gossip Girl, Parade.
Well, Friends and Gossip Girl, that's more just because we like kind of did, I say, a walking tour. We visited some of the places, which was quite iconic. I feel like going to the Friends apartment was quite sick, even though I just wouldn't have recognized. I could have been walking down the street, walked past it, and never would have known.
Even when we were standing there looking at it, I was like, is this actually the right one? I thought I'd look at it and be like, oh.
Yeah.
Do you know what's funny to me is like how a tiny moment in time, they just don't know what impact they're going to have.
Yeah.
Because that isn't even... They're never there.
Yeah.
It's a 2-second B-roll clip that's in every Friends episode ever.
And now everyone flocks
and I don't know
to
if they even took it for that or if it was like an archival piece of footage. They might have honestly
stock
just been
footage.
like, whatever. Exactly.
Yeah.
So now this is like a massive tourist attraction, essentially.
It's literally got its own pin on Google Maps, Friends apartment.
It baffles me to my core because it's so bog standard.
I know, but we went there and it was quite cool to be able to say now that we've been there.
It was more cool to say than actually. I think it was cool though. We tried to take a video. If you've seen that on our social media,
it was a good video.
It was a good video.
But and then Gossip Girl, we went to Grand Central. We went to the Met steps, sat on the steps of the Met, which I actually will now say I understand.
Yeah,
like I feel like we had the best conversations when we were sat on the Met steps.
We did have some interesting conversations. Nothing we can repeat.
I mean.
We'll repeat if you want. This is on you.
I don't know,
lady.
I don't know what we can repeat. The conversations were kind of like, what were we talking about? Like relationships.
It was very philosophical.
Very philosophical.
For us as well. We talk a lot anyway, but it was like nice to have. It was a really long conversation from the walk from Central Park to the Met Steps.
Yeah.
And then the whole time we were at the Met Steps.
Yeah.
And probably, I just thought
all
of the journey back.
Square Park.
Oh my gosh, why isn't that on our list?
Washington Square Park.
Should be.
I feel like the true entertainment in New York is all in Washington Square Park.
I'm not joking.
We were in a couple TikToks.
Oh yeah, we got approached on the street a few times.
By What Do You Meme? So thanks guys. Shout out to What Do You Meme?
Shout out sponsor.
Who else?
The
single guys. The guys
the guy
who were
asking if I'd fuck your dad.
Yeah, those
We
guys.
went in Times Square, and honestly, shout out Times Square. There were some people there. I
There
don't
are
really
some
know
people there.
what to say.
Our billboard?
Other than, yeah.
I forgot about our billboard.
Our
Sorry,
billboard.
carry on.
No. Honestly, Times Square was a fever dream.
Oh, yeah.
We also did the spinny thing.
Oh, yeah.
We did the
No, there
spinny.
was a lot that happened.
It's, like a typical tourist trap.
Yeah.
We weren't even falling for it because we knew.
We knew.
What we were getting ourselves into, but those like 360 videos.
Yeah.
Where you stand on the
Yeah.
little pole and then you go, no,
Yeah.
Yeah, we did that. It was $20.
incredible. $20 well spent.
Worth every
Every
cent.
penny. It was so good.
Where were we going? Billboard. Do you want to talk about that?
Oh, yeah. So we had a billboard in Times Square.
It wasn't a very long one.
It was 15
granted,
seconds.
15 seconds. But check out our Instagram. We've got a video of us outside it.
It was so
in front of
cool to like see our face on the big screen like that, though.
It was. What makes me laugh is in the video you can see the people in the background clocking.
Yeah.
And they're like,
who are these?
pardon?
Okay.
Like, come on, guys.
And then they asked us to be in their TikTok.
And then they asked us to be in the TikTok. And we didn't disappoint.
We didn't.
I don't know if that TikTok's ever going to surface.
I think it was a YouTube video actually.
Oh, well, I'm never going to see that.
No.
I'm never ever going to find that.
No.
But if any of you find that, please send it to us.
Tell them what you said.
Well, okay. So basically, they were like a group of lads, would you say?
Yeah.
And they were like, yo, I'm being used to it. And we were
Yeah.
like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Of course we do. We were actually hunting for people to spot us.
Yeah.
We got scouted.
We did get scouted.
And he was like, quick question. He had this little mic thing. And he was like, if she was tied up, pointing to Tatty, she's the she, and you had 5 seconds to make a decision, would you fuck her dad to get her out? And I was like, yeah. Like, I wasn't going to say no. They're like, oh my God.
And we were like, guys.
Like, I'd do it again. You know what I mean? Like, I'd do that for my friend. I don't know why they were so... Like, what was I going to let you die?
I don't know what they wanted you to say. I think they were just looking for a reaction at the end of the day.
I think they got it. So
they definitely got it.
You're welcome for the content. I hope to see that viral later.
But no, we were saying Washington Square Park
Yeah.
is like the place for entertainment, I would say.
Yeah, if you don't have a Netflix subscription or any of the subscriptions to any of the streaming services, you actually don't need it in New York.
One.
We spent hours of our trip.
So do you remember the skateboarders?
Do I remember the skateboarders? I do.
That was the highlight
I
of our Washington Square Park trips, the skateboarders. Like, you know when you go to, like, if you're from London, the South Bank skate ramp, when you go there, it's like, oh, all these people can skate really well. They're so sick. You can watch them and you're like, wow, really, like, good job, guys. Washington Square Park, it's like, I guess they're all like rookies. I don't know if there's a place to go where they're good.
Because we were saying to each other, like, I'm sorry, but practice elsewhere. Like, it was, and you know what? Follow your dreams, guys. I actually don't care. Follow your dreams.
Like, we can, like, be Tony Hawk.
No,
do you know what I mean?
But if you're gonna do it in front of me, be good. Because actually, I take it back. The entertainment of them being terrible was so much better than if they were good.
Much better.
There was this one guy, and there was like a little ramp.
Was it Diamante?
Yeah, Diamante.
We gave him nicknames.
So we had nicknames for them. He was skating around, whatever, and he was trying to do a trick where he went up on this like ledge.
Yeah.
It was honestly the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. It doesn't sound it.
No, but it was great.
And
I
had to be there.
You had to be there. A lot of these things, it's like, guys, you just really have to believe.
Yeah.
But back to the actual entertainment.
Yeah.
The other thing that I was gonna say was, we saw Ed Sheeran super casually. We were literally just walking down the streets in Soho.
Yeah.
And he pulled up in his car, got on top of a Volvo, and then just like sang a few songs.
3 songs.
And
literally. It was honestly one of the most random moments of my life. Actually, for me, this isn't actually that random.
No, I don't think.
I feel like that was kind of like a daily occurrence for me, just witnessing these things. But to be fair, I was caught off guard.
I was so caught off guard because there was a queue, but it wasn't like there was a large queue, and then he shows up, and then all of a sudden the full street is packed.
Yeah, and we were in the front, like we were actually going thrifting. Right?
Yeah.
We were on our way to a shop, went the wrong way by accident.
Yeah,
saw this queue, and curiosity killed the cat.
Oh yeah,
I mean, we were like, we have to go. So we walked down, and we were like, what is all the fuss about?
We walked down for literally like 2 minutes.
It wasn't like we were waiting for. We would have probably just walked away and been like, all right, whatever.
We literally walked for 2 minutes, and then his car pulled up, and we were like, what's the commotion?
The videos of funny.
It's
It's
so
just like,
good.
what's going on? And then Ed Sheeran
comes up. We're like, of course,
All
it's
right.
Ed.
Yeah, hi,
because
Ed.
like he did like a press thing, I think last year in like Piccadilly,
Yeah.
where he was meeting people
Yes.
via FaceTime, and we saw them go past. They were like, "Oh, do you want to meet Ed Sheeran?" We were like, "We're good."
We're like, no, thank you.
love the music. Like,
Yeah.
but
What the hell would we say?
what, I don't know what I'm gonna say to Ed
Yeah.
Sheeran. Like, thank you so much for like making. I don't know.
Bangers. But it was so funny because it was like, imagine us having to come from London to see Ed Sheeran in New York.
I know.
He lives near me at home. Like, I'm more likely to bump into him at Tesco than I am to see him in Soho, New York.
Have you seen his documentary yet?
I haven't.
Disney Plus. I watched it.
Haven't.
Bawled my eyes out the whole time. It was honestly probably the best like celebrity musician documentary I've ever seen.
Really?
Yeah,
What was
because
like the vibe?
I don't want to ruin it, but it's like his whole process making this album. He said it was originally meant to be just like like let's go behind the scenes, and then let's go on tour and that kind of stuff. But it's like about grief. It's just about so much.
Yeah.
It's really, really good. I'd highly recommend checking it out.
What's it on, sorry?
It's on Disney Plus.
Disney Plus.
But like I honestly, obviously I already respected him before as an artist, but I really rated the way he was just so honest. And like, you know, when musicians like cry on stage and stuff and in videos, you can like, it's obviously not a very comfortable thing.
Yeah.
And he was just like very open with how he was feeling, and Cherry as well, like his wife. It was just like, it was really, really,
She's
really
so
good.
cute. Isn't she a hockey player?
I'm not sure, but
She's a hockey player. What legend?
she went to Cambridge. Actually.
Smart.
Yeah.
Smart.
They showed the moment where she got into Cambridge, and it was just like they seem so real.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I appreciate their candor.
Well, that's okay, guys. Check it out. I'll probably watch it. Did you watch that before we went?
No, I watched it once we got back, so it hit harder.
Yeah.
Because
it's your mate.
Yeah, my G-Ed, like
Lol.
it was really good. I'd highly recommend.
Nice. Okay.
Definitely my fave.
Back to the list we've got. Okay, so we went to see a couple West End shows. What were
Okay,
you gonna
yeah.
say?
I was just gonna say Jonas Brothers, but
Okay,
actually we should do West End
We'll
first.
save Joe Bros.
We'll save Joe Bros.
Whoa! We are interrupting this broadcast.
Guys, if you are enjoying this episode, please make sure to subscribe and drop us a comment.
And also check us out on audio platforms and give us a rate because it really helps us out.
Back to the episode.
Bye.
Parade you saw.
I saw Parade starring Ben Platt and Michaela, and it was just unbelievable.
Yeah.
It was unbelievable. They just performed at the White House. I think it's Jewish Heritage Month.
Nice.
And honestly, like the music was just outstanding. Really diverse cast as well, which I appreciated. And real story, of course. If you don't know what Parade is, it's basically the story of a Jewish man who was wrongfully convicted of a crime, and the story of him like going through trials and like trying to be proven innocent, and the case is still open to this day, and it's just ridiculous how true it is. Leo and Lucille Frank are the names, but absolutely incredible. Obviously Ben Platt never disappoints. Michaela was incredible. Like I just can't wait to see what they do next.
Spoke about it a little bit last episode as well.
True, with Dylan. He was great, our guest. But yeah, Ben has a new movie coming out, Theatre Camp, I believe.
Yeah, I saw. Did you see them? Because I think you commented from our
comment,
account,
I did.
and then they replied. And I was like, oh,
Yeah.
hi,
Hi.
hi. Oh, we should talk about the hi.
Yeah, we had a thing the whole trip of just like speaking like the Kardashians.
God, it was because you know what actually is true. Everyone does speak like that.
Yeah, hi.
It's so nasally. I can't like honestly, no shade, love it.
I actually love Americans.
Before we went, we were like, oh no, we need to clear up our rep.
I'm so sorry, genuinely, to every American person we offended by saying you can't do British accents.
Well, you still can't.
You still can't, but we love you.
But we actually do like you now.
We really do love you so much.
They were. I don't know if it was just because we were in New York, and I think we've come to the conclusion that it actually is just because we were in New York and not elsewhere,
LA or
LA.
something, yeah.
But everyone was so nice. At first, too nice. I was intimidated, I'll be honest.
I was like, guys.
I was like, you don't have to talk to me every second of the day. By the end of the trip, tell me why I was going hi to random people on the street.
No, it was amazing. It was
Do you know
amazing.
what I mean? I was literally just loving my life.
I love them. I love them so much.
Yeah.
I was watching this YouTube video the other day of My Life is Ava. She was saying the difference between LA and New York, and how LA feels very judgmental despite everyone wanting to be content creators, whereas New York is like super free, super liberal. Everyone's just like on their grind, creating. No one's judging other people. I felt that vibe so much. I loved
One
it.
thing I kept saying to you throughout was like everyone feels like they're someone or they're trying to be someone, but not in a gross way. Like in LA, I think you'd walk down and be like, oh, like come on,
like guys.
But I don't know. But in New York, I was like, everyone is like someone, and I don't know. It just
felt
was the
genuine.
vibe of the trip.
Do you know, it felt like people were being like just true to themselves instead of maybe places where it's like everyone's putting on a facade and trying to come across as people they're not.
Yeah.
I love the people
I want to
there.
see the moral of the story is we're moving to New York. Yeah. We're not right now because we're poor, and it did rinse every single penny that I have ever made in my life. But we love it. We want to come back. We'll talk. Well,
We'll be back.
There's other things we did. Stardust, but I think that's
we spoke about
last
that.
episode. You know, if you've watched that,
The singing
gotta
where
check.
all the servers sing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Best place on earth.
It's so amazing.
And also, if I say just get involved. Like if you're gonna go, I don't think you can sit there and be like,
No.
just on it. You're never gonna see these people again unless you're us and you invite them on your podcast.
Yeah.
You're never gonna see them again, so it's fine. What's back on the Jonas Brothers?
No, we didn't talk about the Broadway stuff.
Broadway. So
Oh,
you went to see Parade.
I went to see Parade. You talk about Chicago.
We went to see Chicago
It's a city
together.
that's exciting.
City that's exciting. I was upset when Trina Vega didn't rock up on stage, but we still had a good time. We had funny. We can't go to the theatre and not have a weird time, I think.
Oh, I just
we
remembered
go to the
that.
theatre together fairly often, I'd say.
Yeah.
For friends, I think we go
Yeah.
fairly often.
Yeah, because most people just be like, let's do a theatre trip, and then that's it.
And then it's very normal.
like, you're not doing it again. You've done that.
Exactly. No, for us, we just have yet to have one. Wicked, I guess,
more.
was our most peaceful
event. Yeah,
but we went.
was it?
I don't know. There was probably something.
There was defo something.
But we went to in New York. We did Chicago.
Yeah.
So we got the tickets quite last minute. I would say like yesterday.
Like the day
Yesterday.
before.
Yeah, the day before. And how much did we pay?
Like $50.
I mean, I know you can get it for cheaper, but we kind of just wanted to guarantee that I saw one before I left.
Yeah.
So we went to Chicago.
And for
then,
Chicago, it's the longest running show on Broadway, so
Yeah.
I think that's pretty good for,
Yeah.
as far as ticket prices
to be
go.
fair, Olivia Holt, by the way, is playing.
Yeah.
What's her name?
Roxy.
Roxy. Yes.
Yeah.
She was great.
She was amazing.
I
I remember halfway through being like, that girl kind of looks like Olivia Holt.
Yeah.
Not sure though.
We had the whole playbill as well. We were holding like the program.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, is free in America. Why are we paying £10
Why are we
for a
paying?
program in England?
That's what I'm saying. I feel like America just better.
That's a bone to pick.
In certain ways. In other
Yeah.
ways, not as much.
That's true.
Pros and cons to everyone.
Yeah, whatever. But yeah, we found out it was Olivia Holt. We were like, oh, that's nice.
Really well done. It's nice seeing her like move on from Disney, I guess. She was on Disney, right?
Yeah, she was kind of like, we grew up and then she started, I think.
Okay, so we were too old to watch
We
her on
were
Disney.
probably early teens, I'd say. I think
Okay.
it was I Didn't Do It. I think that was the name of the show. Or there was another one.
Wasn't it Dog with a Blog?
No, you said that before. That's someone called Avery.
She was,
Or in the show she's
yeah.
called
I
Avery.
know. Okay, yeah, I know what you mean. She was on the Karate Kid show.
Yeah,
not Karate
Kick It.
Kid, Kicking It.
And Kicking It. And then Austin North was in I Didn't Do It With Her. I knew I was right about that, by the way.
Okay, yeah,
Did some research.
yeah. Also going back to Gossip Girl,
Right.
the guy who plays
Yeah.
Peter
yeah,
Hoffman,
Yeah.
he was
He
in
was the main,
Chicago.
What's that guy's name?
The guy, the lawyer
Just the guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, what actually happened in the theatre that we were getting to, Tati had some fun, what would you call them? Neighbours?
Neighbours.
When we were sitting there.
Yeah.
This is how we knew we were destined for failure. These two girls, sure you're lovely guys, sure you're nice, came in, had no idea what they were doing. Like, they were like, what are we even seeing? They didn't even know what was going on. I think it was a present.
It was a present from someone for sure.
And clearly had absolutely no idea what was going on. And one of them fell asleep halfway through.
Yeah.
Right next to you.
Snoring.
Turned into you as well.
Yeah.
Not even
Snoring. I was
away.
like, hello?
It was literally like, oh, also before we started, she was staring at Tati's phone.
Like,
it was so funny. It was so funny
thing is,
to me.
I have no problem with people being inquisitive. Do what you want. I mean, I have a privacy screen on my phone, so you can try as much as you want.
Yeah.
You won't see a thing. But it's like, just I'd rather you just say something.
Yeah.
Like, what are you looking at?
Yeah.
Or like, I don't know. Just I just remember being like, Katie, this is so uncomfortable.
She was. Yeah, I think we knew from the start something was going to happen. And
Yeah.
then when I heard, I was like, yeah, here we go.
Here we go.
Here's the entertainment of the evening. So shout out to you guys if you sat next to us. Sorry.
Yeah, if you were in Chicago, what date did we go?
Oh, God knows. Oh, literally, God knows. It was sort of like midway through. I don't know. If you
Yeah.
were there between the 3rd and the 13th of May, you might have been the ones.
You might have been. You might have been if you fell asleep, especially.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Okay, we've got our playlist. Jonas Brothers, Conan O'Brien left.
Jonas Brothers.
Okay, this was a bit. This was rogue for us.
This was rogue because it's like, what are you doing, guys?
No, this was rogue because we went to see Annie DeRusso. Shout out, Annie.
We had her a guest on a.
Yeah.
And that's why.
And that's why we're podcasters.
Yes.
Because we can speak really, really well.
No, we had Annie DeRusso on as a guest, and Kaylee obviously got us tickets to go see it.
Of course.
So
So we went to see that, and it was kind of like a late night for us, considering we
yeah.
were doing like fairly early nights to get up early, whatever. So we were probably sorry, I've just thought about us trying to go
I know. I
clubbing.
literally, just as you said that, when you said late night, I was like, yeah,
It could have been
later.
So we went to see Annie. Great time, great show. Shout out. And then I was drunk. I was a bit drunk.
Were you? You didn't seem
I
drunk
don't know.
to me.
I was a little bit because I paid $20 for a double vodka Coke. $20, yes.
Which is like £17, £16, which is still too much.
It's just it was you know what, fund the arts.
I'll
So,
fund them so much.
really happy to be supporting the Williamsburg Town Hall with my 20. Oh, and I paid $13 for that can of cider that was yay high. It was a can of Coke. Oh, it was humbling to say the least, having to hand that over. Anyway, that's not even the point of the story. Went to see Annie.
Yeah.
Came out. I was like, let's go clubbing. You were down.
I was so down. I love a
Oh.
cheeky.
We don't really do that anymore. We're
No,
over
I mean,
it.
We're not over it. It's just too expensive in London. If it
okay.
was more accessible, I'd be like, yeah, I'm down. And it's also super judgmental. I
Yeah.
don't want to have to wear heels to go out. I want to wear
No.
trainers. And I feel like you can't do that in London.
Yeah, that's true. So sorry, I've got hiccups. All of
I'm
a
so
sudden.
sorry.
Oh, so we were trying to find somewhere to go.
Yeah.
I was Googling places to dance in Williamsburg.
Yeah.
Like, what was going
You even
on?
put on your story
On my main.
as if
on-
anyone from Williamsburg was following us at that point.
On our main.
Yeah.
On my main, sorry. I said, hey guys, anyone know where I could dance in Williamsburg? Anyway, we didn't find anywhere. But what we did find was a Jonas Brothers
Oh, yes.
early free concert for the next day
Yeah.
in Manhattan.
In Manhattan at the Today Show. Was it the Today Show?
On the Today Show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we went to the Today Show.
So we got up at like 4:30, left at like 5:30, got there 5:45. Like, it was so ridiculous.
It was such fan behavior.
Yeah.
As we should be, though. Love the Jonas. They literally shaped so much of our childhood.
we
What do you
do-
mean?
we do love
Jonas LA, Camp Rock, just the Jonas Brothers music in general. Very instrumental to childhood.
I was a massive DNCE fan.
Exactly.
Because I actually was. It was so weird. Like, don't know what happened, but Cake by the Ocean just sparked this,
Do you know what I mean?
you know, fan behavior for me from everything they've been doing. So we had to go.
We had to. We didn't actually get in.
No, we didn't.
So
We missed by about 2 people, so that was also humbling. We
It
got to
was-
hear it, couldn't really see much.
yeah, it was like when we went to the June premiere and
Oh
were standing on
my
the other side of
God.
the red carpet and just hearing Timothy Chalamet. But
No, literally what?
and that's what sparked this podcast actually. But anyway,
Yeah, if you've watched episode 1, you will know.
season 1, episode 1.
Season 1, episode 1 from home, talking about June, we were like, we need to be on the red. 2 years down the line, you know, we're getting there. Hi.
Hi.
Sorry. We're actually getting there, but yeah, you'd have seen that we wanted to be on the other side of the barrier
Yeah.
for June. We wanted to be on the other side of the barrier for Joey Rose as well.
Yeah, and we weren't, but we did see them walk down the
We
street.
did see them walk down the street. They walked out and down
Yeah,
past us.
past
Looking
us.
very suave.
They always look good.
Always look good.
And then we saw Conan O'Brien as well in the same breath.
I actually saw Conan.
Yeah,
O'Brien.
okay. I saw the back of Conan. No. When I turned around
Yeah, you
after
saw him
I saw
eventually.
him. But yeah, Kaylee noticed him. I was probably looking at my
Guys,
phone or something.
It was so weird. We met a girl called April. She was so nice.
Oh, shout out April.
So sorry you didn't get into the meet and greet, girl.
so sorry.
Literally so sorry. I was thinking about that the other day. April, hi. And I was saying to her, oh, I'm really good at spotting celebrities in London, and we'd only seen Ed Sheeran.
Only seen Ed Sheeran.
But I was like, I think I can do it better
Yeah.
if I lived here. And then honestly, we said goodbye to her, and I think a minute later, I was like, oh,
Less
there's
than.
literally seconds.
We turned around and he was there.
I was like, oh, there's Conan O'Brien.
Yeah.
And I wanted to get a picky, but Tatty wouldn't let me.
No, because if Kaylee had tried, if you tried to get a picture, you would have been literally right in his face because he was walking in our direction, directly behind us.
He was turned to cross the road, and I was like, cool, I can like take a quick.
No.
But then he decided not to cross the road, so he
Yeah.
was then walking here, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh.
Yeah.
So luckily I didn't take a picture, but I wanted to go. and
Tall
ask him
king,
for-
though.
Tall king.
So tall. 6'4".
6'4".
He doesn't give 6'4" vibes at all on screen.
Also
I
doesn't
mean-
look 60.
No, he doesn't look 60. He's aged
Shout out.
gracefully. I mean, I know nothing about him, but he's a comedian, right? And a talk
Yeah,
show
like
host.
yeah,
Yeah.
like late night.
Yeah.
So we did see him. So I guess we are legends after all.
I guess so.
You saw Ashley Graham.
I saw Ashley Graham. That was like the day after the Met Gala. Yeah, she looked outstanding, considering she was probably like super tired, maybe hungover if she was drinking
Yeah.
at the party. I mean, I wouldn't know, I wasn't there.
We weren't invited, but next year.
Next year.
Maybe.
Yeah. So if you follow me on my personal socials, I jokingly posted like, oh yeah, heading to the Met Gala today because I was in New York at the time. And people were DMing me like, oh my gosh, really? I was like, what do you think this is, guys? Who the hell am I to be going to
My
the Met Gala?
sister was fooled.
Like,
My sister knows Tatty in real life. And
Like-
she was like, oh, Tatty's going to the Met today?
why on earth
No.
would who is being like,
Who
"Do you know
dressed you today?
Who is thinking, do you know who we need? We need Tati Kapaya.
Yeah.
Because everyone clearly knows who she is.
Everyone, and she would have looked great.
She would have looked so good. But yeah.
So sorry about that.
So sorry. Someone was like, next year for sure. I was like, are you sure?
Are you sure?
Are you sure?
I think we can do it.
Yeah.
Comment down below if you think we can do it. Make it happen.
But yeah, I saw her the day after the Met Gala. I love Ashley Graham. She was,
Yeah, she's cool.
She's so cool.
And parallels, because I was saying to Tati, she's in the DNCE music video
Yeah.
Toothbrush.
Facts.
So Jonas Bros are everywhere.
Exactly.
We also bought tickets.
Oh yeah, we're seeing them in London. If you're going to be there, it's the acoustic one on
yeah,
the.
it's Rough Trade in Earth Hackney.
Yeah, is it like the 10th or the 11th?
I don't know.
or
I
something?
actually have booked up my schedule without actually looking. So
it's the
We'll be there.
first London show. So if you're there, let us know.
let us know. Last thing I've got on the list is about our playlist, which is really cute.
Okay, you explain the playlist.
We have like a playlist that we made of songs that remind us of the trip or
Yeah.
moments that a song was playing. It sounds very cringe.
No, it sounds really nice.
Thank
actually.
you. It's really good, but it makes no sense. There's no theme. It's mismatched.
It's one of those things that would only make sense to us,
Yeah.
which is fine.
It's actually fine. I will say two things that were really prevalent. Is that the
Yeah,
word?
yeah.
Look at that smart one. Throughout the trip was being young in the city.
Yeah.
1975.
Being young, you see.
Was it I Like America and America Likes Me? Is that
Yeah.
that one?
Yeah,
Believe. Anyway, literally could not stop.
yeah. Every day without fail, being young in the city.
Being young in the city, because it's true, we were young in the city, whatever.
Yeah.
And the second one that was 1975 was
I'm in love with
got
you.
it, I found it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just gotta keep it down. It's the 1975 SNL performance specifically.
Yeah.
It can't be any of the other ones.
Because you have to do the moves with
Yeah.
the along. So
Yeah.
you know the one guy.
You know the one. We can't play it
He's
because
like
copyright.
thinking this through,
Thinking this
Yeah.
through.
and he's like doing stuff. I don't know.
I'm obsessed with the
Yeah.
thinking this through version
Thinking
of the
this
song.
through.
Like if it's not thinking, I don't want to hear it.
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to
don't
hear
wanna
it.
hear it at all.
But yeah, maybe we'll link the playlist so you can see what we were up to.
Maybe we'll link the playlist, or maybe we'll do on our Instagram. Maybe
Yeah.
we'll do some we'll share some of the songs
Nice.
in the lead up and stuff.
And like why it meant
Exactly,
stuff.
because we have a story behind each song. It's not they're not just
Exactly.
in there for fun.
exactly.
But yeah, we've got
Yeah.
a whole. It's like an hour and something long. The playlist.
Yeah, it's a good playlist.
Yeah, very good.
random. And yeah, you will be hearing Empire State of Mind. Don't worry.
Oh, of
about
course,
it.
of
Don't worry
course, of
about
course.
Because that was our soundtrack for the 360.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
100%. But yeah, that's basically it.
That's
for
basically
this episode.
it.
Thank you guys so much for listening.
Thanks for watching.
Let us know where we should travel to next. We did have LA on our mind, but I think we're going to push that back.
We're gonna push it back.
I'd much rather go back to New York.
Yeah, I think we will.
Yeah.
Because we will be rich and we will go. Yeah, thanks.
But yeah, thanks guys for listening. Definitely make sure to like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. And we'll catch you next time on ASI.
Bye.